from North America, when they want to come and do research in Greece and they apply to a Greek state university, then they get a response just one day before they leave. So they leave Athens, I mean. Now, so they wanted an institute so they can do their sabbatical here. And we have quite a few of them that they do. And so this is the reason why we use the word institute. But again, I say we're an association, and for this reason, you are more than welcome to join us and help us with what we are doing. Now, what we are doing, as I said, is meetings. We like to revive the old idea of Pericles, as it is mentioned in Thucydides. A city is open to the world, so everybody can come, see and learn. And that's 2,500 years ago. This is the idea that we have on our website. So, it's open to the world. Now, of course, in ancient times there was another definition of what is Greek and non-Greek. Let me give you a philosopher's definition, Isocrates. It's very relevant that even today, with all these refugees and migrant crisis, according to 2,500 years ago, stated by Socrates, Greek is someone that is educated. So for me, you are all Greeks, that you are here, no language, no race, no blood. This is very important. So education is one of the words that we have on our title, the Athens Institute for Education and Research. And of course, since we are trying to approach people that are in the academia, presumably the academics, they do research. Not all of them. Some of them, they are very good teachers. And that explains why we use the word research on our title. So it's education and research. Now, we are doing many things, apart from the meetings. We're organized into 39 research units which have developed ad hoc, without any strategic planning. Some academic from outside Greece comes and says, you know, my area is this, and I'd like to organize a conference and set up a research unit. So that's the ad hocness of what we are doing. It's based on people, on academics, that they have an interest to come and organize a meeting in a well-defined area of research and education. So we have 39 research units, and all of them, they organize their annual meetings. The way that we are doing is we have small meetings. That's what a meeting is, small conferences. And all of them, they run parallel. So if you go around this hotel this week, for example, all the rooms are ours. Go in and you will see different events taking place. And there is another good reason for that, because we don't really care about the discipline, but we care about you and where are you coming from, and we like to bring disciplines together. This solves the old anomaly of Aristotle. It's Aristotle to blame that divided the disciplines, either for pedagogical purposes, most importantly, because we can teach the subject better, but unfortunately, as it turned out, we have different methodologies, even for subjects that are very similar. So we like to bring the various academics in various disciplines together. And we achieve that by doing a lot of tricks that you notice after the conference. We mix people, we force people to get together in the program. And of course, you will notice that, but by the end of the conference. Even in the evening, we have a roundtable discussion with a very important subject, especially in the United States, the future of sciences, engineering, and technology. Of course, we cannot put mathematics because we don't have this week the mathematics conference. But we bring people from the different areas that we organize our events this week, and we ask them from different countries, that's a criterion, to ask them from their experience, that's why they are old, and from their experience, you cannot have experience if you are young, from their experience to tell us their views about the future of sciences, engineering, and technology. Is a very important issue. So, from different disciplines, from different countries. People get together and we have a meeting tonight. And it's very good because it's relaxing, it's an open agenda, everybody can say and participate to the roundtable discussion, and of course have an input before we go to the Greek night. Now, I'll finish with some a few things about publication. Unfortunately, we are forced to publish. And I say unfortunately because this is not part of our mission. The reason that we publish is because a lot of universities, they don't finance you if you don't get a publication. This is the reason. There are so many good outlets, academic journals around the world, and of course book publishers, but they want from us. So we start the publication. Now, we have 4 or 5 types of publication. Professor Poulos will explain it. But once we start something, we have to be good. Not very good, but good, and then improve. So we do need your help, especially for the e-journals. The e-journals that we started 2 years ago, I think 2014, we started half of them. Now we publish 15. If you take the acceptance rate of our journals, it's one of the lowest in the world. But if you count the quality, we're not satisfied. We have an acceptance rate this year less than 20%. But still, we need to do a lot of work, especially in reviewing and especially in attracting good papers. There is no submission or publication fee for our journal, and of course we consider the papers that are presented here. But I should say that we do go through review process, and it's a blind review process. That's why we have an acceptance rate less than 20% this year. So it's very, for us, very helpful if you can contribute to what we are doing, and of course we have the experience and the time to do so, but in order to find this out, you have to stay until tomorrow night inside one room and see how it works. Now about the chairs. Chairs are very important tests. Usually, unfortunately, my administration send you, those of the chair session, send you rules and policies. From my long experience, academics are animals. It's very difficult. It's like to manage stray cats. They don't like to follow rules and policies, especially if they have their own ideas about how things should run. Now, chairs, we follow what I call the North American style of chairing. Chairs do not talk. They are time administrators. Please follow this policy. Don't comment even if there are no questions. Ask the people to go outside and you will see how they will continue the discussion. Because if you start asking questions and comment on the papers, who is going to chair the chair? If you answer this fundamental old question, then we'll change our policy. And of course there are some benevolent chairs that they do that for good reasons. But please, if you have this internal tendency, never stop talking and never stop asking questions. The only solution is to change it. There is no other way that we can solve your problem. So if you think that the chairs, the way that we organize, at least try to see if it is effective. Please ask us to find someone else, because we don't want to enter into, and there's another reason why I'm saying that, why the discussion should be at the end. There are some people that unfortunately or fortunately, you're not going to believe, English is not the only language in the world. There are other languages in the world. Some people, they think, especially the English speaking, they think that this is the only language in the world. There are many languages in the world. And of course, a lot of people, they learn another language first in their life. So English is not their first language. So they might have some problems in explaining their good research in the English language. And that's why they don't want to be asked questions, and the chairs should help us. They can, because they are scared, especially if they are young. They are afraid that they don't understand the English. And some people, especially they from UK, but their first language is English, and from the United States, for some strange reason, when they ask a question to a non-English, they use this Cockney English, so nobody understands. Even they use 19th century Shakespeare English, and nobody understands it. They try to find verbs and nouns that they retrieve them from their old history. Very simple the question, very simple, and go slow. I send you this information because people here come from so many different countries. We might have here people who come from 50 different countries. So adopting English as our mode of communication does not imply any connotation, whether this implies political, social, culture, or whatever connotation. So we don't aspire to this, but we have to use ancient Greek, of course, without question. because very few people speak, and I think nobody understands. So we are forced to use English language. So please, as the chair, follow the rules, and in each room we have research assistants that they can help you. And if you don't understand our points, they know very well our points. They have been trained to that. So ask them. And we have a lot of academic members that they are responsible for our event. And those do not understand our points. So usually they don't follow themselves. So we have to be very careful. And if you want to have a nice conference, and the last session takes place today and tomorrow morning, please follow our instructions and please respect time. So I don't have more to say. I'd like to thank you. I know that you are coming from a long way and some people are really tired, but and jet lag. But please stay around, and then you can contribute to what we are doing, like the physical presence. Thank you very much. I'll ask Professor to come here and make
Thank you very much, Atiner. Good morning from me, on behalf of the Athens Institute for Education and Research, Atiner for short. I'd like to welcome you to Athens at this conference. I'm just going to start off by saying a few words about the Institute. Atiner was established in 1995, and its mission is to act as a forum for academics and researchers from all over the world to come together to its historic cradle of democracy, Athens, in order to exchange ideas on their research, to interact with each other, and to discuss future developments in their disciplines, within an environment of respect for each other's opinions and beliefs. After all, the free expression of one's opinion formed the basis for the development of democracy. And as it turned out, the golden age of Athens was in fact the golden age of Western civilization. Education and searching or researching for the truth are the pillars of any free democratic society. This is the reason why education and research are the two core words in Athens' name. It is Athens' mission to revive the glory of ancient Athens by inviting the world academic community to the city. Over 95% of our members are from institutions outside Greece, and our conferences are designed in such a way as to cater mainly for foreign academics. The basic activities of Atiner include, firstly, the organizing and hosting of international conferences and symposiums, such as this one. Secondly, the carrying out of research. And thirdly, the production of various publications. These are the three cornerstones that drive the Institute, so to speak. And as you'll note in the course of this conference, cross-discipline sessions have also been arranged to address and accommodate the importance of interdisciplinary research in this globalized world that we live in. Since 1995, Atiner has organized more than 400 international conferences and other events, and has published close to 200 books. Atiner has also organized numerous roundtable discussions and published speeches on topical issues. For a list of these, you may consult Atiner's website. The Institute is also currently involved in an ambitious project regarding the proposed establishment of an academic village. The aim is to establish a community of research scholars and academics, and the proposed village will include a conference center, living facilities, as well as facilities for research and recreation. And once again, you'll find more information on this in your file. Now, turning to today's formal activities, you should each have a program by now. You'll note that in some instances there may be parallel sessions, and you'll of course choose which session to go to. Please note, and this is very important, that each presentation is limited to 15 minutes. The chairpersons will keep time and will use 3 and 1 minute reminder cards. I'd also like to ask the chairs to adhere strictly to the time constraints. Please allow for questions and discussion after all the papers have been presented and not after each paper. The chairpersons must also fill out the report forms that they'll be receiving. This is important because the final program will be based on the chairperson's reports. Should you need to make use of technical facilities in your presentation, please confirm that everything is in order before the session begins and not during the session. There will always be someone from the admin staff to help you in this regard. And of course, there will also be a coffee break between sessions. You should also consult the social program in your file. There's the Greek night tonight, which is to be recommended. Apart from Greek cuisine, there'll be lots of Greek music and dancing, and of course you can join in if you like. And then there's the formal dinner tomorrow night, and the urban walk as well tomorrow. These are private events that are organized by Atiner exclusively for conference delegates and their accompanying persons. Then there's the cruise to the selected islands on Wednesday and the visit to the ancient site of Delphi on Thursday. I'm just going to say also a few words on publications. The Institute is involved with various publications. Firstly, there are the abstracts which are published. We're well aware that some institutions in the world treat abstracts as formal publications. They have their own ISBN number and can of course be cited. Secondly, the papers that are presented at the conference are placed on the web as part of an online paper series. Once the editing of the papers has been attended to, and of course only if you agree to it as well. They will have their own ISSN number and of course also be cited. The purpose of this publication series is to firstly disseminate the information in your paper as quickly as possible, and secondly to allow for feedback in case you wish to make amendments before you submit your paper for publication in the book. And with regard to book publications, you will receive an email soon after the conference asking you for a final draft of publication consideration and any other information that may be relevant. All papers that are submitted will go through a referee process before they are considered for publication in a book. And then finally, as Dr. Papanikos has already mentioned, Atiner has its own journal series, which commenced in 2014. We currently have 15 journals which cover various disciplines, including yours. Papers submitted for the journals go through a double-blind peer review process, which is monitored by an editorial board, and Atiner does not charge any processing publishing fee. On the issue of collaboration, we at Atiner would of course like to collaborate with other institutions, such as the ones that you're associated with. Academics, researchers, and institutes are invited to collaborate with our institute on research and educational projects. And if you're not yet a member of the institute, we'd like you to join and to assist with reviewing and editing of papers. We're also encouraged to collaborate at future conferences by submitting proposals for special panel discussions on a theme related to your own research. Academics and researchers interested in your particular theme will then be invited to participate by us in a special panel discussion which you yourself will chair. We also have a visiting fellow, visiting researcher program, and for more information on this, you can also visit Atiner's website. Right, finally, colleagues, as is clear from the program, you've come from so many different countries, and we at Atiner sincerely hope that you'll make the most of this opportunity to interact with each other, to enjoy this conference, that you'll go back home with fond memories not only of this conference, but also of Athens and of Greece. Most of all, of course, we'd like to see you at future conferences. Thank you very much.